History of the holidays. National Day of Vietnam. The National Day of Vietnam marks the declaration of independence from France on September 2nd, 1945. Let's take a look at the history of Vietnamese National Day. The Vietnamese National Day history dates back to the ancient kingdoms like Văn Lang and Âu Lạc. Chinese control began around the 2nd century BC and lasted for over 1,000 years. In 1887, Vietnam became part of French Indonesia. During the Second World War II, Vietnam was occupied by the Japanese. The end of the war was followed by the August Revolution. On September 2nd, 1945, Ho Chi Minh proclaimed the establishment of the Democratic Republic of Vietnam, or North Vietnam. The Vietnamese Declaration of Independence drew heavily from the American version. In 1999, the Vietnam War began when Ho Chi Minh declared war in an effort to reunite the Vietnam. The war ended in 1973 with the ceasefire and the withdrawal of the U.S. troops. In 1976, the two halves of Vietnam were finally reunited into one country, the Socialist Republic of Vietnam. Despite these momentous events, September 2nd remains the key date in Vietnam's road to independence. To celebrate Vietnam's national days, there are speeches, parades, fireworks, and other festivities across the country. A large march takes place in the Biden Square in Hanoi, where the Declaration of Independence was made. This is a patriotic holiday, with the national flag displayed everywhere and large poster of Ho Chi Minh Man, also known as Uncle Ho, ignoring city walls to mark this important holiday. There are some interesting facts about Vietnam. The Vietnamese flag is a yellow star on the red background. The star represents the five main classes in society: inspectors, farmers, workers, youth, and military personnel. The red background represents the blood loss during years of conflicts in the country. 40% of the Vietnamese population have a surname Nguyen, and it was the last dynasty to rule Vietnam, as well as the name Ho Chi Minh. Cashew plants were brought to Vietnam during the 19th century and were originally grown in gardens to provide shade. Today, Vietnam is the world's largest exporter of cashew nuts, providing more than 55% of the global supply and makes well over $2 billion a year from this industry. The country has one of the world's highest motorbike ownership rates. There are more than 60 million motorbikes in the country, and the population is around 90 million. Vietnam is home to the world's largest cave, Hang Son Dome. Stretching for over 3 miles, Hang Son Dome is a natural marble. In parts, it's wide enough to fly a Boeing 747 through, and many of the cave's chambers are large enough to house an entire block of the New York cities. Skyscrapers. Vietnam is the cheapest place in the world to grab a beer, thanks to the Vietnamese institution of beer hoi. You have to sit on tiny plastic stools on busy sidewalks, but you get a glass of beer for around 20 cents. You may even get a buy one, get one free offer if you visit during happy hour.